could use a witcher.
I would purchase this story from you. For all time. Exclusively.
You can hire me, but you sure as hell can't buy me.
You'd go in.
No, want to pour wax through its head, tell you your fortune. Now give me the key.
Haven't heard? Madame Sorceress has requested I fortify the phylactery with power from the Circle of Elements. Says it's essential to lifting the curse from that monstrosity of yours.
Realize that monstrosity, as you put it, might be Ciri?
Yeah, I heard.
Mind showing a bit of sympathy?
I call him like I see him. That's how I am.
Irritating, you mean?
I thought you liked people with bitchy streaks.
So long as they're women.
Witcherses 2.
Witcherses 2.
No more. Stops. East Mountain. Trolley Mountain. Troll Mountain. Oh. Hi! This Troll Mountain.
Witcherses 2.
You talk to these idiots.
Stay calm. We just want to get to the circle.
Witcherses thing 1 say, thing 2 do, thing 3 do, sometime.
Enough! Out of my way, dimwits, or I'll grind you to gravel. Understand?
They understood all right. Congrats.
Run for the cave, before they stone us to death.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning, then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely.
Horvir.
Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore.
Horvir.
Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Leave me. Swiving drowners.
You could use a witcher.
Ha ha. Highly amusing. If I give you the coin, will you leave me be?
No. Rather make sure this was our last meeting.
You could use a Witcher. Like a freaking commercial.
Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not.
I expect you to address me as Sir, or better yet, as Monsieur de Bourbeau.
Listen, friend. There's an enormous difference between us, but it's not about status. It's about me having 2 swords on my back, and you having none. So I'll call you whatever I want, and you either deal with that or solve your monster problem yourself.
The gall. I shall file a complaint with your guild.
Make sure you address it to customer service. Kaer Morhen, Kedwin. Now talk, before I change my mind and go.
Nordlings and their manners.
And I'll come back and cut off your head. Understand?
No, words are words many. Hurt head.
Let me try again. Wham-a-wham mans again. I'll swish-a-swash-a-swunk you.
Didn't attack its master. This looks rather like an unfortunate accident. When the storm broke, Amos must have uttered a wish like, take us away anywhere, to a mountaintop even. And the Jinn granted the wish literally. They had a hard landing. Amos was thrown off his feet and against the wall. The bookcase did the rest.
Always knew too much studying could kill you. You smell wonderful.
Geralt, we're at a funeral.
You smell wonderful at this funeral.
There you are.
A second chance.
Look at the big mess on this.
Good one. Cemeteries are full of men who thought old Joel would give them a second chance.
Siggy, I'll be.
Geralt! Damn it all, how do you recognize me?
The mask. Dead giveaway.
Perfect, right? Could take it off and no one would know the difference.
Hey, Reuven.
Look at that. My favorite accomplice. What's this? Taking a day off from saving the world? Well, we've jested and laughed, but I've a sense you're in a hurry.
Really?
You know, Geralt, somehow I dislike running into you at parties. My bones start to ache, as if bad weather were approaching.
Tell her no go. Tell her sit. Sit ass down. Tell her suck cock shoesies make.
I can see you've made friends, but Taller needs to come with me.
Blood nowhere Tyler go. Tyler shoeses makes.
But I need him.
Tyler's here stay. You shoeses got. Og shoeses got not. Rug got not. Pug got not. Tyler shoeses make. Tyler go. You go. You did pick me.
I can see that. Just wondering how those shoes has wound up here.
Here, you did growled. Like the mushroom.
I shan't resist.
Witchers only hunt monsters. And even then, not all. You're no monster.
Then what am I to your eyes?
A sex bird.
Most likely you've been cursed. Don't know who by... Hey, know how you always show up when I whistle? How's that work exactly?
Well, you're my human. Gotta be there when you need me. Yes, I'll be there for you, ooh, as the world falls down.
Still kinda strange. How you cross the ocean when I call sometimes, but then get hung up on the tiniest fence. What's that about?
What can I say? Everyone's got limits.
Look at my Roach. Oh god.
Kalkstein's Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, ooh, the goings-on impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Prushilly? We short of wenches in this town. Oi, fucking hell! What was that for?
For everything.
Use this Potestaquisitor.
Potestaquisitor? Sounds fancy. Complicated.
Yet it's ever so simple. Grasp it firmly, move it around, and the louder it squeals, the closer you are. Spare me your juvenile wit, please. Well, what are you waiting for?
Borrow? Don't you mean steal?
Stealing from a thief's no crime.
It isn't? So what is it? Poetic justice?
Poetic justice.
How did I get sucked into this? And why?
Poetic justice.
The best swords you've ever...
Feel foolish peasants? Learned a lesson from your better? Are the pigs penned? Indeed they are.
Master Witcher, we ain't seen such pig-chasing skill in a long time.
Your family had an ample pen, didn't they? Go on, admit it.
My family had many pens. But that in no way means I had any practice chasing pigs.
The man's a boor. I do not deal with illiterate peasants. Tell him I'll pay just as soon as palm trees sprout on Skellige.
Palm trees
have sprouted on Skellige. Now pay up.
It can't be. Of course I shall pay Sucrus. A letter of credit acceptable? Redeemable?
Let's go, before any guards show up.
Oh, God.
Oh, what kind of armor are we talking about?
Light, but durable. Can't constrain movement, and I gotta be able to get in it without anybody's help.
That all? Sure it shouldn't be self-cleaning. And how about it wipe your arse after you take a shite in the bushes?
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity. I've seen plenty of examples.
Did you study anywhere?
At Kaer Morhen. Minimum expression means maximum effect. Thanks for the coin. Take care now.
Oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we three shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared." End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup?
Whatever happened to fortune is of no import to me and my family.
It isn't. John has told me the same. That your background doesn't bother him.
Never does. Not at love's first blossoming, but give it time. 5 years and you'll find few things that don't bother you.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Young woman got lost in the swamp. She has ashen hair and a scar on her face. You kids see anyone like that?
Ain't no lassies here. What am I? You're no lassie. Lassie's got tits. Me too. I heard an old man say once, when the army was here, he says, hide them lassies in the woods. They's dazzling the soldiers with their tits. And it's torturing the poor lads. That's what he said.
Trying to impress. Tough guy stuff's just not working on me.
Look who's talking. Vesemir told me about that job you did for those Nilfgaardians in Velen.
What? What are you doing? Killing monsters. Good one.
Just came out that way. Come on.
So we're to barter. Favor for a favor, aye?
I'm gonna kill you, Hattori.
Yeah. Devolt, I acquired him recently. I know little about him, though Zerrikanians are reputed to have incredible stamina.
Is Molly a horse?
Pardon?
I did come here to see Molly after all.
Patience, Richard.
A witcher? Well, it all makes sense now. Mr. Dwarf, do not listen to him. The bastard will curse us.
You trade heads with Troll. A friend of Yap and Zigrin's a friend of mine. Now sod off before I lose my temper. Now!
Abracadabra, hocus pocus.
How goes it, Master Witcher? Anything's...
Will you help a man in need?
I help the man in need. Jump with his head.
I hate portals. What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Mind if we, never mention this again?
Naturally. Doors open. We'll proceed as soon as you've collected trophies of your kills.
Come on! Come on!
Thank you for coming. I detest graveyards, especially wandering them alone.
Graveyards, not my favorite either.
Why not?
Remind me of work. Never been to a cemetery to visit someone's grave. Always hunting some ghoul or
Geralt, wait. A rhyme for Witcher?
Glitcher.
Did Itcher?
Did Itcher. Glitcher
Just
was
keep
better.
quiet.
Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good. Now, everything's all confused.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
Depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
I imagine the life of a witcher must be rather more monotonous. With all due respect.
It is. Never boring, though.
I, for one, cannot fathom only ever consorting with the same creatures, day in and day out.
Got a wife?
Yes? What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing. Just asking.
When I first laid eyes on her, I finally understood what all those poems and ballads were trying to say.
Love's not poetry alone. Sometimes it's prose. Sometimes it's just plain ugly.
You say that only because you do not know Vivian as I do. A life with her would be sweetness itself.
Actually, you don't know her all that well either. You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably
Geralt scares on the next level.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then?
When he saw Yen, that's what happened.
What else has the cat dragged in?
It's grey and veiny, got a scar, and eyes like a viper.
Aye. Stinks of clotted blood and corpses. Plus it's old and infertile. I reject ye, freak. The girl will ascend alone.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire.
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down a path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned. Filthy hayseed.
Lads, mutants calling us names.
Stand down, swineherds. Or Lord
Swine
Witcher will
herds.
give you a bloody mighty drubbing. Now, where's a plowing fence board when you need it?
Show us what you got.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice.
What about Freefallin mods? What on earth? What's this bug?
Listen, Ermion. Know anything about the Sunstone? Legends place it somewhere in Skellige.
The mask of Urberus first, now the Sunstone. Monsters may rest easy. You've become a treasure hunter. I've never found the end shape. Take a sorceress with you. You must have brought at least one along.
Whole gaggle this time.
Gods protect us.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here. Any better?
Jesus Christ.
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
Don't know the rest.
Don't think I want to know what happened next.
Good.
Long live Geralt! Nice.
Finishers do not work on dwarves and they won't shove off things.
I'd recommend a letter.
Solved your problem.
hand? That it? Tell me more. Did the dragon breathe fire, spit venom?
Yeah, and it had golden scales and smoke poured out its ass like it does out of a chimney.
Just like the skulls sing it. You've earned your reward.
And the princess's hand. But I'll just take the coin. So maybe you can make up for that and help me, brother.
Something tells me you and me have got different mums.
All right, Ungus, you've had your fun.
Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Karen by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other.
Dance! Look at this, they're synchronized. They got talent.
Victims. Perhaps I should start charging for the pleasure.
Perhaps. I wouldn't pay you, though. See enough corpses in my line of work. I'm a witcher. Here because I took...
Poisonous. This vapor's deadly. We've got but a few minutes.
Teleport us out of here.
Think of something. Quickly. First thing to come to your mind.
We're gonna choke and die.
Hold on
First
tight.
thing comes up with you where we're gonna choke and die.
Is it just me, or you got cat eyes?
Right, he does. Stray cat must have fucked his mum.
Now what?
No dryads in these swamps, and never known a drowner or a water hag to use a bow. So lacking any other suspects, I'm guessing.
Watch out! Behind you!
There's nothing behind me. I'm a witcher, I'd have heard it. Just like I can hear your heart, which is pounding, like a liar's. Best hope you're a better writer than you are a liar.
Oh my god.
Imgrimi eb art ketzer. Daifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis.
Bow.
Don't know.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Ah, cocksuckers lying like always. Panther Pike aren't so dim-witted to go after his rotten peas. You need live bait. Or night crawlers, though the pike aren't as eager. Don't know why. Once, dug up a crawly so fat and lovely I started drooling. Would have eaten it myself.
I'm not so sure. Geralt, what do you and your pals use up at Kaer Morhen?
Bombs.
How's that?
Belthan, heard many jests lately. Though, true enough, that one wasn't very funny. Geralt, go fetch us another bottle.
I'm a Black Panther.
Oh my, Count!
Your mom sent us, Mr. Panther.
Oh, so you are.
What the sandwich fuck is this? No, fuck me. Help me for fuck's sake!
No one's coming.
Stop!
What? Got you, you rogue! Prepare for a shellicking, Skelly! What the laugh's this? Rosalinda! One, I could forgive you, but two at one time!
Wait, got nothing to do with this.
Take me for a fool? I'll teach you to fish in another man's pond!
I like it, I really like it from the settings. It really looks great. How excited am I for new trilogy? If there is no Geralt, I'm not excited at all. If there is Geralt, then count me in. Some things I like more on ray tracing, some things I like more on ultra. And it's amazing given ultra.
Go.
Look at this.
Slow now. Whoa.
It's unreal. Allah.
Them again. Make a list of all the long ears around and hang every 10th one. That should do it.
Yeah, definitely.
See would have a mind on this.
So, talk to the Emperor.
Why did he summon you?
So not even you know.
No. But I wager it's an ordinary witcher's contract.
Mm-hmm. Some Werebbubbs.
Werebbubbs.
Go back to Maid Bilberry and apologize for being an ass. Quick, before I change my mind and break your bones.
Amazing, okay, next gen, but I mean, for me, the only thing I like are the graphics, and that's about it. I played the game 6 times, man. For those that gotta play this for the first time in their life, there is no better game. Especially now with this next gen update. Like, for fucking real with this. I'm jealous. Because it's not my first run.